Hi guys, it's Megan. I haven't made a video in a while, but I am finally on break because I have a month off of school, which means that I have plenty of time to make some more videos now. So I'm back and I'm ready to make another video. Okay, so as you see by the title, I was a member or like a participant of the Kode with Klossy program. When I got accepted in, I actually typed on YouTube and I was like, Kode with Klossy experience, and I saw like a few videos, but I didn't see that many about it, and actually a lot of people I had to explain what that was too. So I wanted to just make a video of what the experience, the whole thing, like from application to the camp to post-camp activities. I just wanted to like give you guys an update of what actually happens in the program. Okay, so the application process. Well, I went on the website right now. They actually don't have any information about the application like process or even if they're accepting it, so I can't even look at what the actual application says, but I do remember some of it, so I'll let you guys know about that. If you go on our website, it looks like this. I don't know if you can kind of see that, but it's basically just kodewithklossy.com, and you're gonna come up to a page where it's just telling you the mission, the camp scholarship, the career scholarship, and usually you'll see it. I think I applied, it's during the summertime, so I think I applied February, I think, and I actually didn't hear anything from them in like a long time. So it takes a while and you just have to be patient. You put your name down, and then there's an option and ask like, can you get a ride to the destination, like to the place where they're going to teach how to code. And I don't believe that they actually tell you where it is. They're just saying like, could you have a ride here? So mine was in Buckhead, I think. It was at the Spanx headquarters. I actually did the camp, the 3-day camp in Atlanta. And so I know there's also an option to do the week-long one, but I don't think mine actually had that option. So I just did the 3-day camp. So you fill that out if you can get a ride to the location. And then there's also underneath that, it says, would you be able to give someone else a ride who may not be able to get a ride themselves? And there's like a yes or no. Now, but something you should know is that when I saw that part, I was like, well, I really want to get in this program. Should I put yes to maybe give me more chances or something? But I actually put no because that was actually going to be harder for me, and I still got in. So I think you just have to be honest about that. And then you have the first application, which I'll get to in a second why I'm saying the first application, but it asked me to submit a video to them or put it on a website. Like you have to put a link to a video of you explaining why you wanted Kode with Klossy, and I would put that video in this video, but it's kind of embarrassing, so I'm not. Basically, it has to be, the max is a minute long, I think. So it has to be very fast, and you just have to explain everything. And what I said was basically that I have always been a technology person and that I really want to just learn how to code and like what I would do for the community after coding. So that's basically what I said, and I know one of my friends actually made the video, and I believe it's still on YouTube, so if it is, I'll link that below so you can watch hers because she also got in. But I didn't want to put mine public on YouTube, so I actually made a Wix website and linked the website, and all I put on that Wix website was the Kode with Klossy video. There's actually another part that you have to do as well with the video. You also have to write an essay. If you want, you can skip I'll read you what I put in my essay. You can look in the description and I'll like make sure to put like when the next step is if you don't really care about that and just want to know about the program. But in my essay, I put a brand new gadget in my hands, and I guarantee that I will not be able to log off until I get at least some sense of how programs work. I have always been curious and astounded by the way people can arrange codes and create something incredible. In the everyday society, we overlook about how much lays behind the pixels of our screens or the sense of how technology is put together. I crave learning and understanding how things work. As technology is rapidly expanding, I would love to be a part of this community in which we can become familiar with computer science and use these skills so that we can constantly be creating and improving bigger projects. Learning about computer science would allow me to get the opportunity to teach others what each person has the potential of creating. I believe that each person contributes something to this world, and as technology advances, I strongly believe that any person I pass on the street could be the next person that builds something incredible for society. In the sense of empowering me as a woman, this program would make me feel more confident that I have the potential to contribute something that everyone could use on a normal basis. I would feel confident in the fact that I understand how everything functions and the basis of where technology arises from. I would also use these skills to hopefully create something of my own. I think the question was, why did I feel like I wanted the program? And I think it had something to do with girls empowered, because basically the whole thing is about girls becoming empowered to code. And yeah, that's pretty much it, the first part, and then you send it in, and you can only send in an application once. So then it's just done. And I didn't hear from them for about 2 months, honestly. Because then they sent out another email and it was like, hey, you're one step closer. We would, like, could you send another application? So I was like, okay. Before work, I was literally sitting at my desk and I saw the email and I just quickly copy and pasted my old application, just sent. But the interesting thing was that it actually didn't ask for the video anymore. So I just sent in my essay, so they just took that part out. I'm not sure why, but they did. So then I sent it in kind of just like, okay, well, there it goes, it's gone. Hope for the best. Save your essay, because just in case they do that, luckily I had mine on Google Docs, so I just copied and pasted the whole thing, but it would save so much time, so that's how it was easy for me and I sent it in. The second is how I found out. So I was actually sitting on my couch and the summer was gone. I literally started school already. It was August, like the middle week, and I started school and I came back on a Friday and I was like sitting on the couch watching New Girl, and then I get a phone call and it's like from Texas. And rarely do I ever take phone calls from like weird numbers, but I took it and I was like, hello, and then she's like, hi, this is Megan, and she's like, you've been accepted to the Kode Klossy program. And I'm like, yes, that's so awesome. But the thing is, they're like, yeah, are you so interested? I'm like, of course. And they're like, okay, it starts tomorrow. Thank goodness I wasn't busy. So I'm like, yeah, that's fine. And it actually went from Saturday to Monday. And I don't know about you, but college is very hard to miss. I mean, in my personal opinion, I don't like missing school. So I was like, I don't know, because sometimes teachers don't let you make it up. I started thinking about it, and I was like, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Only a few girls get into this program. I think it's like 20-something. I'm not sure. But it's very few. So then that worked out. So the third point was the first impression of going in. So when I was actually the first one there, and it starts early, the 3-day one, because there's so much to learn. So it actually started like, I want to say like 9, it was from 9 to like 5 p.m. And I'll go into that later, but you're not like coding the entire time. Like, you do take breaks. There was 3 ladies in total and 1 student who I will completely talk about in a second because she's amazing. The first one was Victoria. She works with the New York Magazine and she codes for them. She is the most amazing person on earth. They're all so patient, these teachers. They were very welcoming when I came in. They like really want to get to know you. Like, we all sat on the couch and they were all talking to me, asking what college I go to. Then there's another lady, I'm not sure what her name was, I kind of forgot. I still keep in touch with the other, Victoria. And then there's one, I forgot her name, I think it's Dom, maybe, but she's actually the head of Kode Klossy. I think she's the one who called me. There was one girl, I don't think she goes to all the camps, but she was there for mine. Her name is Sophia, and she's like 16, and she's the most amazing person. Like, I tell her that all the time. We follow each other on Instagram and like Twitter, I think. She travels with Kode Klossy sometimes, and because she's so good. And she was actually in like Vogue, not Teen Vogue, I think, or Girls Life magazine. She's amazing. She's won so many awards and stuff, and like, she's great at what she does. The fourth point is the girls. The age group. Okay, so when I signed up, I think the limit's 18, but when you're filling out the application, it asks what grade you're in, and I said that I was in college, because, I mean, like, I just put 12th grade, but later when she called me, I just said, hey, just want to let you know, like, I am in college now. And I was actually the oldest one of the group, and the age ranges all over the place. Like, I know some girls who were, like, they were young. They were really young, and I was the oldest one, and I think Annette, my friend, she was a little bit young, like a year younger than me, but I was the oldest one. So I've actually never coded before, and Kode Klossy was my first time coding, and I loved it so much, and I'm gonna get all into that a little bit later, but at the end of the video of where I am today. One thing I have to say about the girls is that one problem I came across, and I wrote, because you have to do a feedback form at the end, and I did say that, you know, they say for anyone, like, either if you've coded before or you haven't, like, just they want everyone to come participate. And I've never coded before, and there were some girls who were not very nice to me. They were kind of just, like, they were pros, and you sit in groups, so I'd be like, hey, do you know how to do this? And she'd be like, you just have to do this. And it was kind of like, sorry, but I mean, it's my first time, but I mean, the teachers are great. I'm just saying that some girls that I personally have run into, they were not very nice to me. But most of the girls are. Don't let that discourage you. There was like one or two out of like the whole group. Most of them were very nice. So another point that I'm going to give you, I kind of lost track because I'm like going all over the place, was you're like constantly playing activities. on the first day, we all came into a circle and we were all like introducing ourselves, and we played this game where you use like the first letter of your name and you describe yourself like with an adjective of the name and then do like an emotion. So I think I put like Marvelous Megan, and then like everyone goes in the circle and you're trying to like remember everyone's like little action with their name. So that was one of them. We also played like a bunch of, they were really fun. I've never heard these games, but it's like Zap and like Zoop, I don't know. And it's just, there's a lot of fun games. And because I think they also said that the point of that is they want your like, you can't sit at a computer all day and just like typing code. They like give you many breaks, 3 hours maybe. You play a new game and it's so fun. And you get to go outside during lunch break, and like it's they want you to get some fresh air, you know, so you need to just take a break sometimes, and they emphasize that a lot. The programming that we used mostly focused on was called JavaScript, and I feel very comfortable with that right now, and I think that's like every basic person should start off with. So we learned about like movement, like how to move things, coloring of a website, moving files is another, how to make objects. Like I'll try to put in the video like a creation that I made. It looks like something you can make from clip art or like the Microsoft Paint, but honestly it is so hard. But it just feels so much better when you're like, I created that. Like I went from scratch, I coded it in, and I created that. So it feels much better. And on the third day, the last day, like what I did on Monday, you actually present your creation, because they ask you to do whatever you want. They're like, you can make a game, you can make a website, you can just do, like, you have to present it. The parents come, because the parents are welcome to come, and you have to present it in front of everyone. So it's kind of, I mean, like, I like speaking in public, but it was a little nerve-wracking. The headquarters impression, so since ours was at Spanx headquarters, like I said before, it was a beautiful place. Oh my gosh, I took videos of it, which I'll place in random parts of the video. It was beautiful, and let me just also say, I guess, it has to do, I kind of think, with the headquarters people, because they are hosting it, but their food was so good. Every single day they had something different, and what I also really liked, too, is I'm not vegan, but, like, they had choices for everybody. Like, if you're allergic, if you're vegan, if you just normal stuff. So it's like a bunch of options. Like, they don't discriminate anyone. They really make everyone welcomed, and everyone's comfortable. So I think the one part that people might be here for is meeting Karlie. There's a lot of coding programs out there, but I think a lot of girls really like Karlie, and it's just kind of cool that she's, such a big figure, and I think that's one of the reasons why I look up to her. She's beautiful, and like, she's very famous, and she's starting a coding company. And I didn't even know about Kode until she kind of said that. Like, she started this. When I was on the phone, I actually asked, I was like, because sometimes Karlie doesn't go. So I just said, hey, is Karlie going to be there? And they actually aren't allowed to tell you. But I saw her in the hallway, and so it's supposed to be a surprise. And so I was like coding, and I was the first one who saw her in the hallway, and I was like, that's Karlie Kloss. But she is honestly the sweetest person I've ever met. Like, I love her so much. I also got to meet Sarah Blakely. She's such an incredible woman as well.
I really, really look up to and have long before I met her, as an entrepreneur, as a leader, as a strong...
But Karlie Kloss, she only comes in on the... She was very busy. She was in New York, like, yesterday, and, like, I don't know, somewhere else the next day, in Las Vegas, I think it was. She's like, constantly traveling. So she hangs out with you guys for only about, like, 2.5 hours, because she was doing interviews too there about the coding program. When I saw her in the hallway, I wasn't supposed to see that. Like, they took her quickly to the other room, and then we all went outside, and after lunch we were playing a game, and then she just came out, and I'll put a video to that right now. She came out, and like, everyone's like, oh my gosh, and I found out later, no one, like, a lot of the girls from the Atlanta Girls School didn't know who she was, and I was like, that's Karlie Kloss. And so I was freaking out. I was talking to her about how much we love pizza, and like telling her what school I went to, and she was just so sweet. And you get a photo off with them at the end. It's groups of 4, but then I was like, I gotta have a picture. I love her so much. And so, I am such an aggressive person. I was like, I am getting this picture. And so, and they were very strict. They're like, no pictures, no pictures. But, so I waited for her manager to, kind of step aside. And I saw, it kind of cleared out. And she was, kind of standing by herself, because a lot of people were talking to Sarah Blakely. And I literally, kind of went like this up to her, and I was like, hi, Karlie. And she was so sweet. She's like, hi. And I said, is it okay if we, quickly sneak in a selfie? My mom and I love you so much. And she's like, we won't tell anyone. And she winked at me. And, we took a selfie, which I'll put in. And you saw in the thumbnail but I'll put it right here. And she was so sweet. Like, she took the time to squeeze that in to her schedule, and I know I wasn't really allowed to, but she let me, and it was really sweet. Just letting you know ahead of time, she's not really supposed to. I don't know, that was just my experience, is we had to do groups of 4, so it could be different, because I have seen where individuals are also just taking it with her, but but she's very nice. She's not going to say no. You just have to do the right timing, I think. Final impressions of this program was, I really liked it. I wish I could show you. They're supposed to send me a Kode with Klossy box soon, which they have like on their YouTube channel what the box looks like, and I emailed them on Facebook, and I was like, hey, you guys told me that I'm supposed to get a box or something, and it hasn't come in yet, and this was in August, and it's December, and they're like, it should come out in 2 weeks, but it's been about like 3.5 weeks now, and I still haven't gotten it, so I wish I could show you guys, but I actually don't have it right now. But final impressions on the program, I really liked it. It got me into a hobby. Like, honestly, on my free time now, I actually start coding a little bit. Once you get the hang of it and you start practicing a lot more, it's really good. Like, I like it and enjoy it a lot. And where I am today in coding is I got involved with a coding program with my school, and I am running for president, actually, because one of the things that stood out when I was talking to the guy, he was like, wait, you're a girl? And I was like, yeah, I'm a girl, and I'm the only one in there. I'm the only girl. And he said that he thinks that would be best for the club because even though I don't have a lot of experience with code, I'm very passionate about it, and he could see that through it. So that's really cool. That's where I am today. I'm not sure. I've been thinking about changing my major to code because it's like Karlie's right. There's not a lot of people in that area. And I like being different, and I really that's my final impressions. That's where I am today. I really highly encourage that you guys at least try to apply. Just keep trying. I personally can't do it anymore because I'm not in the age range anymore, which kind of stinks because I wish I kind of found out earlier. I think I saw Kode with Klossy on an advertisement on Instagram, and that's how I even found out about it. But that's it. I'm almost 19 next month, and so I can't be a part of it anymore, which stinks, but, you know, I want this video to help you guys, you know, really get into it, and I promise it'll be the best for you. It's just a cool opportunity. Even if you don't want to be in code, I think it's still a really good opportunity to get to know the work behind the scenes of coders, and like when you go to a website, that's what they're looking at. That you need to appreciate the code behind that. Yeah, that was my video this week. There's going to be a lot more videos coming out because of winter break, and I'm excited for that. I have a bunch of ideas literally in this book right now, and I will make sure to be hopefully scheduling in time. But if you're new here, I hope that you hit the subscribe button. Welcome to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!